Glad to have you join us on this edition of Tech Trends. Our Tech Tip segment is on 5 free open source solutions that can help you start your e-commerce platform. Our mobile app of the week gives you access to the Nigerian Law Registry. And finally, we have a cool gift for you on our giveaway segment. This is Tech Trends, and I'm Chukwemeka Agbata.
Pixel.
Alphabet Incorporated's Google announced a new Pixel smartphone and a virtual reality headset, the company's latest effort to sell consumers on Google-branded devices and to challenge Apple Incorporated's iPhone and Samsung Mobile at the high end.
I really love how this phone looks and feels.
The new phone starts at a price of $649, and Google is working exclusively with Verizon Communications in the United States.
Gives the phone a distinct look. And there's a subtle way.
Google's decision to launch with a single carrier echoes Apple's agreement to launch the original iPhone with AT&T, a deal that gave Apple unprecedented control over the look of the phone and how it worked.
From our team in the coming months and years to come.
While most vendors other than Apple use Google's Android operating system, the company has for years toyed with various approaches to building its own hardware without alienating manufacturers such as Samsung Electronics, the world's top smartphone maker.
So we looked at all this and we had some ideas, and we have a bit of a different take on the VR headset.
Google also announced a Daydream View, a virtual reality headset which will be available in November for $79 in time for the end-of-year shopping season. Google hardware chief Rick Osterloh announced the Pixel phone shortly after the event began, adding that the camera was the best available on a smartphone.
Low latency and really accurate head tracking.
The company says the new phone can get a 7-hour charge in 15 minutes. Pixel phones will come in black, blue and silver and will have 5 and 5.5-inch screens. Google have sold another line of phones called Nexus since 2010, but the devices have gained little attraction in the market, dominated by Samsung Electronics. Because its mobile software is available so widely, Google has struggled to distinguish its own devices, according to analysts. Electric car prototypes and plans dominated the Paris Auto Show as the Volkswagen diesel scandal and falling battery costs persuade executives and investors that plug-in vehicles are ready to go mainstream. The flurry of announcements signals a threat to pioneers of the current generation of battery-powered cars such as Tesla and Renault-Nissan, which will now have to work harder to defend their lead. Volkswagen is leading the charge, keen to turn a page after its exposure last year as a U.S. emissions test cheat. The German car maker will showcase new electric vehicle architecture underpinning a staggering June pledge to achieve annual sales of 2 to 3 million electric cars by 2025.
Diesel is going to be a concept that will continue to evolve and develop for the years to come. Around the globe, there's a lot of markets which actually live on diesel to have a fuel-efficient drive for the future. Petrol is another concept which we will evolve into the future. But again, electric, we believe, is going to be the center pole of change in the future, and that will allow us to really change not only our technology, but the concept of life with our customers. For the first time, Volkswagen will be connected to our customers.
Other car makers are also following suit with models ready to hit the road, such as Opel's Ampere E, which should arrive in Europe next spring.
As time's gone on, as more and more people are investing in this, they're realizing that they're cheaper to run. Sometimes they're cheaper to buy, and they can be with government grants, and they can be a viable source of transport. And with focus on the environment and the economy, it's becoming more and more important to brands to actually bring something out that sits in that market.
But scarce charging points, a driving range limited to around 100 miles, and cheap fossil fuels stifled mass market demand. Nissan's 2010 Leaf kicked off the contemporary crop of battery-only cars and was joined 2 years later by alliance partner Renault's Zoe, a hatchback subcompact. Renault unveiled a longer-range Zoe with an upgraded 40-kilowatt LG battery that can power it almost as far as its larger GM rival company and industry. The new version will go on sale almost immediately. Meanwhile, Tesla, founded by Elon Musk, storms the premium market with its Model S sports car, tallying about 130,000 sales since its launch the same year as the Zoe. Paris also displayed more traditional combustion cars, demonstrating that the race to electric does not necessarily mean the disappearance of older technologies.
There'll always be a space for a combustion engine, whether or not it's brand spanking new cars or whether or not they're older ones, classics. Some of the cars we're around now may be seen as classic cars within our lifetime, which I find really weird. But they can coexist. Electric, autonomous, and combustion, manual, proper cars, they can all coexist. There'll always be a space for everything on the road.
Volkswagen supercar brands Bentley and Lamborghini dropped out of the Paris Motor Show as their German parent is reining in spending on auto exhibitions to cushion costs from its emission scandal. 1 year after admitting it used illegal software to rig diesel emission tests, Volkswagen is cutting costs across the group to fund a strategic shift in the business and to cover billions of euros in fines and payments linked to its scandal. Bentley says it's keeping the crowded show and will focus on small events to market more directly to buyers. Lamborghini says it was revising strategy regarding auto show attendance, including the choice of locations where the Italian brand want to be. Car show extravaganzas cost millions of euros as brands, especially luxury nameplates, strive to outshine one another.